there, I'm Ann Teagarden, and I thought I would answer the question, why did you call this podcast Unveiled, or what is this podcast all about? Well, Unveiled, once we are pronounced man and wife, we are unveiled, and this podcast is about marriage. So that's part of it. But the wedding is just the beginning of the journey. And as I always say at the beginning of the podcast, marriage is a journey filled with highs and lows and the occasional potholes. We can't avoid that. And my heart hurts when I hear of couples that are getting divorced because I know they're hurting and their kids are hurting and there's a really rough road ahead. So my desire is to help women along this journey of marriage as a friend to hopefully keep you married. In this podcast, I will be empowering women to affect change and improve their marriage. So I'm going to encourage you to seek God for your own life and your marriage, and hopefully give some practical advice to being the best wife you can be and finding more fulfillment. I want to be there as a friend and a sister when things aren't going well, cheering you on, holding up your arms like Aaron did for Moses, and pointing you in the right direction. So why Unveiled besides the obvious wedding illustration? Well, I found in my life over and over again that changing my actions is only part of growing. Real change and growth comes when I renew my mind and I get at the issues behind the issue. Many marriage issues are below the surface, like the deep roots of weeds. And we must get below the surface to get to the root issues in order to see lasting results. So for this, we'll be inviting God to go behind the scenes of our marriage, so to speak. We need God to unveil what's really going on and give us his insight and his truth. So we'll be asking God to unveil our eyes to see more clearly. We often misinterpret the motivations of our husbands, and consequently we feel hurt, unloved, judged, etc. And we don't always see clearly what our husbands really need from us, but God can give that clarity. We'll be asking God to unveil our minds to know the truth, to understand how our thoughts may be influenced by the lies of the enemy or the world or our flesh. We need to go to the scriptures for truth and guidance and hear God's voice telling us, this is the way, walk in it. We'll also be asking God to unveil our hearts, to reveal the hurts that are there and bring healing to those places and replace those hurts with joy. When Jesus died, the veil in the temple that separated God and man was torn in two. We now have direct access to God. So we want to work with God to improve our marriages, not try to do it in our own strength. And as you grow in your intimacy with God, you will grow in your marriage as well. God says, draw near to me and I will draw near to you. So hopefully that explains my choice for the title of the podcast. Many marriage podcasts are out there and they're going to give great advice and tips on marriage and sex. However, I want to speak directly to wives and I want to really get below the surface stuff, to the heart things and the mindset behind them. Because if you don't get to the heart and mindset, you're really just swimming upstream. So whether your marriage is struggling or you're just experiencing the normal trials and seasons of marriage, my goal is to expose the truth and help you find freedom and joy. Marriage can be awesome. So join me on this journey and invite your friends to travel along with us. If you ever need more specific encouragement, feel free to email me at Anne, ANNE, at Synergia, SYNERGIAMM.com. My husband and I are marriage mentors, and we will respond. We also offer courses and memberships and individual couple mentoring if you need it. Our website is www.synergiamm.com. We're here to help you in any way that we can. Remember, you are loved and you are never alone. Go in peace.